Mo Hunt, the captain again, Kerry Large, this time slightly wider. George, huge cut-out pass for Venner. It's 2-on-1. It's Kelly Smith on her birthday. And Gloucester-Hartpury have the first score of the game.
What's up, rugby fans? Megan and Adam back again to bring you another first-class dose of high-quality, action-packed women's rugby. Thanks so much for joining us, whether you're a new viewer or returning fan.
Now in life there are some things which are certainties. Death, taxes, and Saracens women and Harlequins women finishing in the top two of the Teals Premier 15s. But that means that the other two slots are open. Now if my maths serves me right, and it doesn't normally, that means that 3 doesn't go into 2. So the likes of Loughborough Lightning, Wasps Ladies and Gloucester-Hartpury are going to be competing for those final 2 slots in the top 4 come spring 2020.
Luckily that serves up a festive treat for you, as we're here today at Twyford Avenue to cover the clash between 2 of those teams, Wasps and Gloucester. It's the final fixture of 2019 and the decade, so after last week's cracker of a game between Quins and Sarries, we're expecting another present with this one.
Now if you haven't seen the show before, do not worry. Like Santa, we have a whole sack full of goodies just for you. We've got game highlights, big match analysis, and of course we're going to be speaking to players and managers from both clubs to get their thoughts. The only thing that we want on our Christmas list is that you like this video, subscribe to the Women's Rugby Show on YouTube, follow us across social media, and tell everyone that you know that loves their rugby about the Women's Rugby Show. Oh, and you might as well go and check out our sponsor Rugget as well. The stuff is amazing and you're definitely going to want it for Christmas or Hanukkah or even just a wet trading night in January.
Right, let's get into the turkey meat and Brussels sprouts of these 2 teams. Okay Adam, seeing as you put me under the spotlight last week, it's my turn now to throw you under the bus. Or shall I say, throw you under the sleigh. Give me some killer stats for Wasps.
Well Megan, as you know, when it comes to statistics, I am not short of elf confidence. I thank you.
Lord help me.
Firstly, Wasps Ladies are a picture of consistency. In the Teals Premier 15s, only Bristol Bears women are above them when it comes to players that have started consecutive matches. So, when you've got the likes of Captain Kate Alder, Tova Dirk, Abby Dow and Hannah West playing week in, week out, well, that breeds stability and familiarity. It means that they can execute those combinations and calls a lot easier, and I can tell you from experience, when it comes to defence as well, when you know where your teammate is, it gives you a lot more self-confidence and you can fill in or you can go up as a line together.
Okay, that may be true, but Gloucester-Hartpury actually have more players in their squad who have played all 9 games so far this season, whether starting or off the bench, 7 to Wasps 5. In fact, the Cherries have a great mix of players from youth and experience, and when you're playing in every top flight fixture, it does your game the world of good. Susie Appleby trusts her youngsters and they've put in a real shift for her. So that shows that if you're talented enough to play, then you're old enough to play.
Now there's going to be personal battles all over the park today, but I'm going to particularly look at the number 9s. When it comes to Gloucester-Hartpury, forget ho ho ho, it's more like mo mo mo. Natasha Mo Hunt is the queen of the West Country. She is going to be the one that's going to be spearheading her side today. If you look at her statistics, she started just 6 games, but she scored 4 tries and she's got a few more points off the boot as well. She's dynamic, she's electric fast, her passing is absolute class, and she loves a tap and go and is very unpredictable, which defences hate. She's going to be the one that a lot of this play is going to come through today. Now, for Wasps Ladies, they have a couple of options to counteract her. Giselle Mather has gone for her very own Santa Claus. Claudia McDonald is a very similar player to Mo. She's a maverick, she's a magician, she can make things happen from nothing. But if that doesn't work, well, they've always got Lucy Nye. Lucy is a lot more solid, she's had a really good season so far, and she can be brought into the side if perhaps Wasps want to be a bit more flexible and put Claudia McDonald out on the wing.
You're right, in one sense, there's going to be battles everywhere, but I would be looking at the centre spots. You said how important Mo Hunt is to Gloucester. Well, if that's the case, then Kate Alder is Wasps. She is a driving force for her side, a key force in leading the attack and immovable in defence. Opposite her is a young player who has been making waves in the Premier 15s. Lakey George is a powerful force who is fleet of foot and has hands full of fairy dust. She's also a threat from the tee and tackles like a beast, so I can't wait to see who comes out on top between those two because it could swing the outcome of this one.
Okay, my last point is a Christmas cracker, and it proves that Wasps Ladies are going to win this one today. Do you want to hear it?
I really do.
Fantastic. So, since the start of the Premier 15s, these two teams have played each other once each a season, as all clubs do. But did you know that each team has won one game against the other every single season? So, this year, Gloucester-Hartpury have already played Wasps and they've already won 22-19, which means, based on history and statistics, that Wasps Ladies are an absolute banker for this game.
Wow, Adam, how you're not a professional sports journalist by now, I have no idea. For my final point, I want to highlight Gloucester's X Factor. Today is the final game of the visitors' head coach, Susie Appleby. The former Red Rose is heading southwest in 2020 to oversee the exciting project that is Exeter Women's Team. It's an emotional day because she is an incredibly talented coach and possesses the utmost respect from her players. Of course, in sport, talent is talent, but you can't help that little bit of pure emotion that creeps up on you. The Gloucester team will be wanting to send the coach out with a big thing to celebrate before Sean Lynn steps in.
Wow, I completely forgot about that. It's really emotional. It's going to get me a bit emotional.
So have I convinced you?
No, absolutely not. You cannot argue with statistics. For me, it's Wasps Ladies all the way. What about you?
I'm going Gloucester. I think that young energy partnered with a hunger to give something back to Susie before she leaves is really powerful and determined side, and I know I wouldn't want to go up against that. Plus, it gives them a chance to get a nice Christmas present under the tree, finishing 2019 in the top 4.
Well, I hope for Gloucester-Hartpury's fans, you are right. We spoke about consistency earlier, and that's the name of the game again for the home team as they make minimal changes from last week's victory against Richmond. The front row remains the same, with Claire Cripps celebrating her 250th club milestone, whilst Liz Craik replaces Nora Baltravite at lock and Claire Malloy returns at 6, meaning Sarah Mitchelson is an impact player. Hannah Edwards celebrates her 150th club cap at 12, whilst there's a shuffle in the back three. Katie Mason takes the 14 shirt, pushing Abby Dow to fullback and Sophia Rolfe onto the bench.
In her final match in charge of Gloucester-Hartpury, head coach Susie Appleby makes a handful of changes to the starting 15 as they aim for maximum bounce-back ability following last week's defeat at home to Loughborough Lightning. Starting with the forwards, and Catherine Buggy comes in for Al Perry at prop and Erica Mills returns in the second row in place of Gurpreet Dalwell. She moves to the blindside flank. Also returning is Wales international Sian Williams. In the backs, there's a soul shuffle where exciting centre Millie Wood replaces another in Rachel Lund. And for the final time this year, Johnny Hammond is the man tasked with calling the action.
Building nicely again here, Gloucester-Hartpury. That's Erica Mills. Mo Hunt, the captain again, Kerry Large. This time slightly wider. George, huge cut-out pass for Venner. It's 2-on-1. It's Kelly Smith on her birthday. And Gloucester-Hartpury have the first score of the game. Really well-worked try. Two front rows just set themselves. There was a little early shove there from Gloucester-Hartpury. Free kick to Wasps. Claudia McDonald almost dropped it, and then that searing pace of hers. Claudia McDonald. Oh, she's not held. She's back on her feet, and she's over. Wonderful individual score from Claudia McDonald. Mo Hunt just looking around, gave a little thumbs up to Kelly Smith. Feeds the scrum. Penalty coming to Gloucester. Kerry Large. George has knocked it on. We will come back for that penalty. And it's right in front of the sticks. George, easy enough for her. And Gloucester-Hartpury have that lead. Stolen at the line out from Gloucester. Jumping across, and there is half time, and it's the away side with that 3-point advantage. Long line out throw, and it's Claudia McDonald who's taken it at the back for Wasps. Rico, Spanish international, now Hannah West with her mitts on it. Goes a little bit high, but manages to come back down to earth with the Wasp pack around her. Good drive this from Wasp. Rico again, Claire Malloy tries her luck. Repelled. Wasp back, flood out to the right-hand side, but it's still with the forwards. Butrovide, the second row replacement. She has a dab. Wasp trying to go straight through the middle now this time. Wider, Edwards. Tova Dirk. No way through there either for Wasp. Brilliant defence this from Gloucester. Wide out and in the tight exchanges as well. And just as I say that, they pour forward again. So close now, Wasps. Just one drive. It may be that one. Yes, it is. Wasps have the lead back again. And it's McMahon, I think, right to the bottom of the pile. Tight affair, this one always is going to be. Two very evenly matched sides, of course. Susie Appleby's last game in charge. Wasps with a penalty now. Claudia McDonald sets off again, like she did in the first half. But this time, she can't score, not straight away anyway. Good tackle coming in from the Welsh international, Sian Williams. Again, Wasps rolling up their sleeves. Quite happy to be physical, to be direct here. Rico again. Muscular work from the front row replacement. Mitchell-Cern. Oh, she must be close. She's there. They've opened up the gap again, Wasps. On the occasion of a 150th appearance for the club, it's an easy conversion for Hannah Edwards. Barking and yapping is Mo Hunt and her forwards. This is why she wanted a couple of them out wider. That's Aldcroft. She gets upended by McDonald. The arm comes out from the referee. It's a penalty. Mo Hunt goes quickly. Hunt! Oh, she's pinned her ears back. She's scragged by Malloy. What a tackle from the open side. Need something soon, you feel, Gloucester-Hartpury here. 9 points adrift to Wasps in this fiercely contested game. Mohan just marshalling her forwards again. Williams is there. Kelsey Jones is there. Who's the next pick and go? Round that side, round that left-hand side. They're so close now. Hunt looks to the short side, taking it an age to get out of there. It's Kelsey Jones. She's stopped, but only just. One more pick and drive, one accurate pick and drive here. Tawasosi! Brilliant from the number 8. She's been sensational all season, and a crucial try here at Twyford Avenue. George. Oh, she's curled it in beautifully. What a finish we have now. Large. Aldcroft. Venner. Tawasosi. Kelly Smith. Kelly Smith sets off. Oh, she's gone round Abby Dow. Kelly Smith. Oh, she's going to win it for Gloucester-Hartpury. What a score from the England winger. Sheer pace. Conversion is good as well from Singh. Final moments then, Gloucester have to just keep the ball, and when the clock goes red, they will kick it out. Allcroft from her housemate Mo Hunt. Toa Sosi. Again Allcroft. Frustrating for Wasps here. They just want the ball one last time, but they won't get it, and they won't get the win either. It's Gloucester-Hartpury who have beaten Wasps here 22 points to 17, and Susie Appleby's reign of the Cherry and Whites ends with victory.
Hi Claudia, welcome
Hiya.
to the show.
Thanks so much.
First of all, condolences for the game today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't go your way. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's pretty gutting. It was a tough fought match. Gloucester played well, we played well. So, and yeah, they just pinched it from us in the last 5 minutes. And fair play to them. They knew how to play out a game. They kept possession, and yeah, we were kind of stuck defending. So well played to both teams, and yeah, pretty gutted for us.
Yeah, it was back and forth the whole game. It was a quite physically demanding game from what I could see from the sideline.
Yeah,
how
hugely.
was it on the pitch?
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, Gloucester-Hartpury got some strong carriers. I think we've got some strong carriers, so they're probably going to feel it again tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
But no, we've got a couple of weeks to recover. We'll come back the other side of Christmas and
Yeah.
hopefully bigger and better and stronger. So
Yeah, that was going to be one of my questions. What's the outlook for 2020?
yeah, I mean, I think you'll see a similar outfit, but just hopefully a little bit, yeah, as I said, a little bit faster, a little bit fitter. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get a few more wins on the board and keep going strong through the season.
Yeah. And individually, incredible game.
Thank you.
I mean, I mentioned before, I couldn't keep track of where you were on the pitch. You're so fast. Do you have any personal goals for the next year or going into the season next year?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just want to see us as a team play well. Obviously, at 9 you can kind of manipulate things quite a lot. So just continue us playing on the front foot, being as opportunistic as possible.
Yeah.
And then just getting those tries on the board. So finding out a way that works best for our team.
Yeah.
Hannah, condolences. What a game to be involved in. How was it from your side?
Extremely physical. We knew that coming into this game that there were going to be big sort of important moments within the game, could go either way, and in the end obviously it went to Gloucester, but we worked extremely hard throughout, and hats off to them because they played really well in the end.
You actually play quite similar styles. From your side of things, how do you get one up on a team that's almost the mirror image of yourself?
Difficult. So looking for weaknesses, obviously in the weeks before, looking at the different areas of the game, we sort of implemented a kicking strategy where and when we could, to try and support that, and just reacting on the day. It all comes down to our decision making and seeing where those gaps are, where the momentum could take us.
There are a lot of errors in the first half. What was the decision in the second half to maybe turn things around a little bit?
So I think a big thing that we've been working on is our connection, how we're working together kind of in our pods and in our groups, and how we're sort of where we're playing on the field as well is obviously really, really important. So we kind of talked a little bit about that, and continuing with our aggression levels and line speed that is really important to put them under pressure.
It was quite an emotional game, even watching from the
Absolutely.
sidelines. The pendulum swung either way.
Yeah.
Did you think that you'd won it?
No, you can't. In rugby, you can't believe you're going to win it until the very last whistle. We never thought that. We knew they were a strong side. We knew that we had to concentrate that entire game if we were going to go win it. And unfortunately, we didn't see it off this time. But we'll learn from it and go on to our next ones.
You've had quite a tricky season in that now you're, I would say, out. Well, I wouldn't say, the statistics would say, excuse me, that you're outside the top 4 with quite a big gap. What do you have to do to get into that final 4 come spring of next year?
I think keep working hard. We know the areas we need to work on. We've been working hard. If we look at the first time we played this team and now where we are, we know we can take on any team in this league when we're playing well, and we're still working hard to kind of improve. So we're excited for the second half.
And a bit of a milestone for you today, 150th club cap.
Yep, indeed.
How did that feel today?
Amazing. I love Wasps. It's been a big part of my life for many years, and real honoured to kind of get that 150th.
Brilliant. Well, look, congratulations for your 150th. Condolences for the result today, but wishing you a very Merry Christmas and good luck for the second half of the season.
Thank you so much, you too.
And congratulations for the win.
Thank you.
Today. It was incredible. How does it feel to come away with that?
I think we just did our job, and so that's what we came to do. We showed Wasps what we're made of, and also give Susie a good send-off. So,
Yeah, awesome send-off. And
Totally.
you had some great players out on the pitch. You were all over the place throughout the game. Great setup with Ali at the end that took it for the game. How did it feel on the pitch?
I am shattered. Right, I'm so exhausted, but we stuck to our game plan, and we have kind of eased away from it from the last couple of weeks, so we're just trying to get our processes right, and I think it worked well for us if we stuck to our plans and just moving the ball out wide. So
Yeah. And can you give us a little sneak preview on what those plans are going forward?
More so just being a lot more physical. I think Gloucester tends to be a lot softer than most other teams, and so we want to make a name for ourselves that we are strong ball carriers. We know our rugby, and so just want to show our skills and give it all.
Yeah, cool. And as we said, great way to finish the year. What's 2020 looking like for you personally?
Also staying away from all the Christmas goods because I've never had a winter Christmas, and so I think I'm going to be huddled up. So I think I need to get out and explore and just be active. But really 2020 is just improving more on our club and just bringing up all the younger girls that are in our club, and so just playing rugby. So enjoying
awesome.
it.
Yeah, great. I mean, can we tee up? Because I need to do some exploring too.
I know, right?
We're both fresh from New Zealand, so yeah, great.
Cool.
Oh, well, it gives me great pleasure to say that today you are the Women's Rugby Show Rugby at RFC Player of the Match.
Thank you.
So you get this awesome jersey.
Oh my God, I'm going to need it for winter. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And great game.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, cool.
Cheers. Thanks.
Wow, what a game. Wait, why the resting Grinch face?
Well, I was wrong, wasn't I? History was wrong, my prediction was wrong, everything was wrong.
Well, maybe next year you can ask Santa to be as good at predictions as I am.
Meh.
Oh, come on. What did you think of the game?
Fine. It was amazing! I can't believe it. This is 2 episodes now that we've done back to back, you and I.
Yeah.
We've seen 2 teams come from behind to win it. This was no exception today. What a try to end the game, and what a send-off for Susie Appleby. It was fantastic. What about you? What did you think?
Yeah, incredible. I mean, I'm stoked that Cherries came away with the win, but I mean, the back and forth of the game the whole time, it was one of those games where you're on the edge of your seat thinking, which way is it going to go? Who's going to take it? Great. It was just incredible.
Absolutely. And what a way to end this episode. What a way to end 2019. What a way to end the decade. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Before we go anywhere, you know what to do. Please like this video, subscribe to the Women's Rugby Show on YouTube, follow us across social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, please tell everyone that you know that loves their rugby about the Women's Rugby Show.
Yes, and don't forget to check out the bespoke women's rugby clothing range, Rugby RFC. It's for all positions and all sizes, and their stuff is amazing. We'll put the links to their site and social below.
Absolutely. So folks, as we've said, it is the last episode of 2019. It's the last episode of the decade. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for watching all our episodes this year, and we really hope that you smash it in 2020. Bye.